Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. Pretty excited for today's video because my Sephora order finally came in and the new Hourglass foundation is here. So we are here to test it out. If you want to see what my thoughts are on this, how the wear test goes, and all that good stuff, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, before we get started, let me tell you a tiny bit about this foundation. It retails for $58 and it is the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I purchased the shade 7.5. There is 32 shades available, and the description on Sephora says a weightless liquid foundation that delivers buildable medium coverage with a light diffusing effect for up to 16 hours. I won't be wearing it for 16 hours. It has a medium coverage. The finish is natural, and some highlighting ingredients. It says light diffusing pigments, blurring spheres, and white tea extract, vitamin E, and antioxidants. Let's get started. All right guys, so skin is nice and prepped. I already did my skincare routine earlier and I just went in with my primers. You already know the Wet n Wild serum is what I use to kind of bring hydration back to my face. I've kind of been stuck on these two primers, the Danessa Myricks Universal Shade for the T-Zone and the Maybelline Master Prime. This is the Blur and Redness Control Pigment one. I just finished working out not too long ago. By the way, I totally rolled my left ankle. And then I went into the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip for my under eyes. Okay, so here is what the bottle looks like. It is glass. It does have a pump. This foundation has a 12-month shelf life and it was made in Korea. So I do have a sponge here. I will be doing half with a sponge, half with a brush. All right, so you guys already know that I like to pump on my finger and then I like to go from there. Like I said, this is the shade 7.5 and I probably did like maybe half a pump. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I think it's gonna be a good shade. So I'm going to, let's start with this side first. I'm going to start with a sponge. This is the Wet n Wild sponge. I actually really enjoy this sponge. I think it is one of my favorite, if not my #1 favorite. Okay, so I think this is a good shade for like my neck and my face, but it's a tiny bit light for the rest of my body. But honestly, it's fine because that just means that once winter hits, I'll be able to actually use this. Okay, so it definitely feels very lightweight. It could just be that I'm using the sponge and it's soaking up the product and why it feels so lightweight. So we'll see how, if it still feels this lightweight with a brush. But so far, it is laying down beautifully. There's quite a bit of wind, so if you hear that, my apologies. I'm trying to think what it's reminding me of. Like a foundation that I really enjoy. Alright guys, so here is a comparison. This side has the foundation and this side does not. It honestly doesn't even look like I have anything on. Wow. Finish, I'm loving. It feels great. Okay, Hourglass. Okay, now we're gonna do this side with the brush. All right, so I do have a tiny bit pumped here. I want to say it was just a little bit less than half a pump. I'm going to use my Sonia G brush. This is, I believe, the basic, the classic base. So let's start blending. There's a lot of wind, guys. Hopefully you can't hear too much of it. this is actually blending out beautifully. Okay, brush. Okay, I am done with this side, and I looked and looked in my mirror, and I honestly cannot see a difference on either side, so that's good. That means this foundation lays down beautifully with both the sponge and the brush, but I feel like it looks literally like my skin. It's just evened out. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and finish off the rest of my face. I'll come back, and it is 11 o'clock in the morning, so I'll be able to do a wear test and see how this goes. All right, guys, and here is what the finished face looks like. I did go in to the Pat McGrath concealer. If I sound like I'm rushing, I am. My Hartley girl's already up. I don't know why. Cloud coverage. She's only been napping for like 45 minutes. Anywho, this is what the base looks like. Like I was saying, Pat McGrath concealer, and I went ahead and set my whole face with the Dominique Cosmetics powder, which I honestly have been loving. It is so pretty, and no setting spray. I didn't add any highlighter just because I wanted to see if this foundation is glowy on its own. 100% agree with the natural finish, that is for sure, and it actually does dry down. I didn't think, here's what the swatch looks like all dry. I didn't think that it dried down, but it actually does. It just takes a little bit to dry down, but I still, you guys already know I have to powder my face. I have to. Okay, so here it is, and so far so good. I'm really enjoying the way that my base is looking. I feel like it looks like my skin, right? So I think I'll only be doing one check-in and probably end of the day, let you know how it went, all that good stuff. Okay, I will see you at the check-in. All right, guys, it is 4:05 in the afternoon. I finished applying the foundation at 11 o'clock. So that is 5 hours of wearing this foundation, and I feel like it still looks pretty good. I'm doing my normal stuff around the house. I did go outside for a little bit. It was like a short time, but I feel like my T-zone is looking pretty good. Forehead's looking good. Chin is looking good. I still feel like it looks really good for it being 5 hours. Close to almost looking like it just applied it. Okay, well, that is the 5-hour check-in, and the next time I see you, it will be for my last and final check-in. And I forgot to film an outro earlier, so more than likely I will say my outro in my last check. All right, guys, it is 7 p.m. So that is an 8-hour wear test. I don't want to lose too much of the sunlight, so I'm just getting this out of the way now. Got my mirror here, and I think it actually looks pretty good. I am just the tiniest a bit oily right here. I totally forgot to like do primer on one side and no primer on the other. Sorry. But I mean, honestly, I wear primers, so not wearing primer, that's not what I would do. So yeah, I think this is actually holding up pretty well. What do you guys think? I mean, my nose is a tiny bit shiny, and it normally gets shiny like that, but my chin actually looks decent. I feel like it looks a lot shinier faster with other foundations. Okay, so yeah, this Ambient Soft Glow foundation from Hourglass, it's actually pretty good. So first impressions, I'm enjoying it. I think it is a good foundation. It is a pricey one, $58, like holy cow, you know. But so far so good, at least for my skin type. I will put information about my age and my skin stuff and all that in the description box. Normally for foundation reviews I always do that, in case you were wondering. All right, well that's it. That concludes this foundation review. Yay, the first one since I moved from Texas. Next is the Lancome, and I'm actually excited for that one as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. My apologies for not putting the background. I literally just wanted to get here and do this quick update and outro because I got a couple of things to do. Twins are down, so that's usually when it's go time to get stuff done. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope it helped you out in some way in deciding whether you want to pick this up or not, or if you are holding out for the Sephora VIP sale, which I think should be happening pretty soon. All right, with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye.